Greetings and welcome to an exciting day. I'm KatherineOfSky and we have news about Factorio. You can see here we are at the Factorio Friday Facts. It's number 269. That means Wube has given us 269 updates about the game every Friday. It's on their website. This is their blog. And guess what? Life is exciting. They've updated the roadmap and they have broken up the remaining tasks into two different updates for us. And guess what? We have a date. The next release, 0.17, the plan is to release it in January 2019. I know a lot of people have been asking on the forums about this, and we finally have a date, or well, temporary date, planned date, shall we say. It could be before or after this, but we have something to shoot for. This is very, very exciting news for all of us. And these things are going to be in the update. There's a new render back end, which helps performance and solve a lot of issues. Graphical updates for walls, gates, turrets, belts, biters, spawners, and electric poles. If you haven't seen the new biters, they are very cool looking. The GUI reskin, yay. New map editor, yay, yay, yay. Resource generation overhaul. We've all been waiting for this. This is really exciting news. Robot construction tools. Oh, that sounds fun. And then rich text and more. Let's see. They want to redo most of the important GUIs, fluid optimizations, and several smaller things. Now, then after that will come 0.18 with new tutorial, new campaign, final mini tutorials, revision of the rest of the GUI, and all the remaining high-res graphics and final polish. And of course, that's going to be at some point after 0.17, but at least we now have something to kind of look forward to. It'll be this is actually a very good time. It's after Christmas, after the rush. I'll be really excited to start some new series in 2019, and then we'll just go through the rest of this FFF while we're here because it is fun stuff. I had to talk about this because belts are like my favorite thing in the game. I started out, my very first series was called the Belt Diva, and I still love conveyor belts, and they're getting an update. This is quite exciting. They're actually getting a visual update, and here, I'm not going to read all of the text, but they're talking about how to make the belts look more 3D to kind of go with the rest of the perspective with the other items in the game, because they do actually look very flat. So what they've done is they're looking at how much room pixel-wise there is on each of the old sprites, and then adding a new thingy-majingy, a supporting structure for the belts. And here they're showing, you know, how much space that takes. It's very, very technical and very interesting to read this. I have actually read this. And here you see the final result. Look at this. It's a tiny conveyor belt that actually goes underneath. It loops around itself. Well, I mean, the visual loops around itself, but I think it's pretty darn cool. And you can even see there's like little gears are spinning, and there's, you know, you can see the pieces going underneath. They actually talk about how many pieces are going on the sides, 2 pieces to kind of flip around and have this effect with the little shadow there as well. And you can see the grippy bit sticking out over there. And so that's what it looks like with a looping belt. And then of course you have the other this is a sort of a circular piece of belt where you can you just see the supporting structure. It looks very, very cool, I have to say. I like this. So okay, what else do we have? They talk about the sprites and things, and then we have the updates for the undergrounds, and then they talk about just how the previous versions would cover up some things that you didn't want to cover up. Like in the foreground there would be some kind of errors with the visualization, and we've all seen some of those funky things. And I'm just thinking of like biter bodies laying on conveyor belts and other things. Yeah, it's very interesting. But they're working on all of these things. Now, the most exciting thing is that we have the ability to see more stuff. So this is a trick that a lot of us have been using, where you are separating half a belt of items and filtering it. This is like an automatic filter system without setting up a splitter filter, where now when you're attaching something to the side and the half a lane of materials goes in, there's a little hole, there's a cutout here. See, if you can compare it to here we have this diagonal here and goes along in this curve. Here we actually have a cutout. You can see the blue circuits going on to the next belt. So I think this is really very cool. This is nice. I hope that people, like new players, will be able to look at this and say, oh, look at this. Aha, I didn't know you could do that. I don't know if it's that obvious, but I'm hoping it will be with just a tiny amount of you know, maybe they'll see someone on YouTube do this. I don't know, but it's very cool. I like this effect. This is very nice. And then so here we have this interesting GIF here that shows you side by side. The old ones used to be quite angular, or are quite angular. I like the old ones. I'm not going to say I don't, because I do, but I like the new ones as well. I think they're very cool. They fit very well with the HD sprites, so I think they're looking nice. They're looking really good. So anyway, I am very thrilled to bring you this update. Thank you so very much for joining me. Check out the entire FFF. I'm going to link it in the description below, and we are going to be doing some celebrations in January. So thank you again. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.